Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Road Scrapton for the Race 4 of the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League. We are here to qualify our 16 racers here in the A League. We have had a large hiatus due to many updates, many bug fixes, and just plain life. But we are going to get back into the racing, hoping to get enough races done and videos out before this next update of Scrap Mechanic to hopefully update the physics of this game, because these racers now cause a lot of lag due to how well they race each other. As we wait for the cars to get into their random qualifying order, we will look at the season standings so far. As it is, we have Torquemaster in the lead with 48 points, narrowly beating out Oswald with 47 points. The Comic Long car name is in third with 33. Coffmobile is in fourth, tied actually with Comic Long car name with 33 points. Full Motorsports is in fifth. Dirty Drafter is in sixth. Gunoff is in seventh. Mateo is in eighth. Bill Gate is in ninth, and Lazy Knight will finish off the top 10. Actually, it is a three-way tie for, I believe that's ninth place, with Lazy Knight, Bill Gate, Lambo, and then Nether Racing technically will have 10 if you don't count the tie. We are still waiting on some points from Fiery Dragon. We are hoping for a strong performance this race, as they actually are having the randomized second place position for the beginning of this 3-lap qualifiers. Road Scrapton is actually a very interesting track with 13 turns, very long sweeping turns, and then one very slow, tight hairpin, if you will. Very slow, and it causes a lot of lag, as all the racers do tend to get bunched up together, and it's unfortunate, but it's actually a really interesting part of the track because a lot of do make it or break it moves get made on that part of the track. It looks like there is a gap between the racers here in the formation lap, so we're going to have to go around another lap and wait for everybody to get into proper formation position, and we will be right back when they do. One of the new features to the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League videos is the live map overlay. As you can see here in the top right, we have now introduced a live map that shows the outline of the track and puts the dots of the racers matching their specific primary, secondary, and tertiary colors onto it. Very excited to introduce this, and let me know if you have any feedback, if the size is too large, too small, needs to be more opaque, or anything. This is a beta feature of the league, and so let us know if there's anything you would like to see or be changed. A quick warning, I will say disclaimer for videos like this and on before the Scrap Mechanic update comes out, especially in this corner. You can see here this very tight hairpin. There is a lot of physics calculations that get calculated on a single thread and very inefficiently in this game, and so as these racers, all 16 of them, get close together, you will see a lot of frame drops and lag down to 1 frame per second for up to 10 seconds or even more. So I apologize in advance for that, and I will no longer mention it in the rest of these races. Coming around the outside of turn 13, Kane has the position for the field and will be able to take that green flag whenever they want. Fiery Dragon is right there ready to make that jump as well. Who is going to get the best jump? Let's see who's going to take it. Looks like Kane is waiting quite a bit before this next race. They might be a little bit nervous. Oh, there they go. There they go. Kane takes the green flag. Fiery Dragon files in behind. Seems like everybody is smoothly filing in. Wow, actually a very smooth start going to turn 1, but not for long. Fiery Dragon makes an aggressive move using the draft, going up the inside of Kane. Now takes that lead position from them. Right next to them, though, Lazy Knight. That's Lazy Knight following Kane or Fiery Dragon through, and Fiery Dragon actually goes out wide a little bit. Might have the inside here into turn 5 and 6. But they do, yes, they do, getting back in the lead. But there's Kane, a very impressive run. I don't know if they had some draft or just had some extra speed going in there, but it looks like they've made themselves in the position to go 3 wide with Lazy Knight, Fiery Dragon, and themselves into turn 8 and now turn 9. Right close to them, though, it's Torquemaster using that draft from Kane and now Fiery Dragon. And going into turn 10, there's also Bill Gate. I believe we are on board with Bill Gate as they go down into the long backstretch into turn 11. And now we are now moved over to Kane as they get swallowed by almost the rest of the field here. Everybody is bunching up now. We're going to start seeing some frame drops. And no, we don't. We see a very impressive run, though. The rest of the cars, there seems to be 2 groups forming, one with the front. Actually 3 groups, a front pack, a middle pack, and a far back pack. The far back pack includes Gunoff, Dirty Drafter, and Super Fury, but they might have time left to go for this race. 2 to go in this race. It is Fiery Dragon, Bill Gates, Lazy Knight, Kane, Torque Master, Prototype 01, Jitterful, and Oswald, and they're leading off the back pack. But right there, Jitterful is the cutoff for the front pack, up to a second behind the leader, who is Bill Gate, who's actually doing a very good job taking a commanding lead going to turn 5. But there goes Jitterful, making a huge lunge from 5th or 6th all the way into 1st up the inside of 5 and 6. Going out of turn 7, Bill Gate does respond to keep him on the inside. Going to turn 8, there's Fiery Dragon having something to say about it. Kane, the leader or the starter off of this race, spins out Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight has to get on and recover, gets completely T-boned by Lambo there, flipping Lambo upside down. Lambo's going to have to recover. We might have to go into a yellow flag. It looks like Lambo does recover, but will not have enough time to catch up with the rest of the pack for this race. That is very unfortunate to them. Lazy Knight also there, now back into 15th place. Unfortunate. Into the hairpin, though, goes Fiery Dragon, Prototype, and Oswald, and just everybody all together now. Oh my goodness, we are on board here with Kaufmobile, who's made their way up next to Mateo as well, kind of out of nowhere in the backfield, moving their way up, fighting with Fiery Dragon, Kane, and Oswald for the lead. Kane there, though, doing a really good job to keep their position. Final lap in this qualifying round. This will make or break your position for the race. And actually, with this new update, qualifying position does matter. However, you will see that they race a lot tighter, and it might not matter in the very, very end of the race, but we shall see how this goes. This is a very interesting track where anything can happen, especially in the turn 11 hairpin. Turn 5 and 6, Torque Master has a great run. I don't know where that came from. I believe it probably came from the usefulness of the draft from, I think that was Kane and Oswald, trying to go on the outside into turn 8, but doesn't make it work. But who does make it work is Kaufmobile. Kaufmobile sticks their nose up in there. Fiery Dragon trying to follow them through, and does successfully follows them through using Oswald's draft. Now he's going to take up the inside of turn 10. Hopefully having a good exit out of here is what will make you win or lose this race. This is where a lot of the things happen. A lot of passing, shuffling, shoving, spin outs, crashes, flips. Anything can happen here in this slow corner here, and 4, almost 5 wide goes Torque Master, Mateo, I believe that's Fiery Dragon, and Kaufmobile. And here comes Nether Racing up the inside of all of them, having a very good exit, nearly getting cut off by Kaufmobile there, but they don't. Kaufmobile goes up the inside. Jitterful loses speed a little bit, but up the inside goes Prototype. Nearly runs into Jitterful, slightly bumps them, but has an incredible run by Prototype to get through, and will take the qualifying position, pole position, to Prototype. Following them closely, I believe that was Mateo. Following them was either Oswald or Kaufmobile, and we will have to check the official qualifying positions as we wait for Lambo to finish. Unfortunate for them, it will be Prototype in the lead, with Mateo closely following at 0.2 seconds out, Oswald following them, Kaufmobile in 4th, Torque Master in 5th, Kane down into 6th, Jitterful in 7th, Fiery Dragon in 8th, Nether Racing in 9th, and Dirty Drafter to round up your top 10. Very impressive race from everyone. We did see a few incidents, but hopefully we can get those straightened out. A little of the nerves have been let out for this race, and we will see you in the official race here at Road Scrapton. Welcome back, everybody, to the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League official race here at Road Scrapton. This is race 4 with your current qualifiers. I believe up front it will be Prototype, Mateo, Oswald, Kaufmobile, and Torque Master for your top 5. We'll show the qualifying splits right now. I believe that is, with a 118 for Prototype there for the best lap. That's actually very close to the lap record, if not the lap record that we have seen. But actually, I'm looking down in the line, and I see Oswald with a 118.079 there. Very impressive from them. Wait, then look at the very bottom. Lambo putting in a 118.035 in the open air. That is definitely the lap record there. And will anyone break it this time around? I don't know. As we wait for these cars to get into line and get into order, we will talk a little bit about some of the changes that we've made in the mod. One of them being that live map, as you've seen, as well as behavior differences, and as well as the track scanning. If you are a fan of the mod and have it downloaded and want to make your own tracks, we have greatly improved track scanning, even custom checkpoints, custom editing of automatically scanned tracks. We've also included UIs as well as downforce detection, automated downforce detection, and then the manual downforce block for each car if you want to add a sort of extra control to your custom cars that you want to build. There are many more, so please join the Discord if you want to know more or ask questions. You can also check the change log on the map, on the mod itself on the Steam Workshop. That will show pretty much everything that I have added or removed in this mod. More on that later, though. We are going to get right into this race. It looks like all the cars are ready to be lined up, and we are going to wait for this formation lap to finish. Coming down the back, or I guess the front stretch, Prototype does have the green flag. Everyone seems to be in position. We'll see when they take it, and it's now. Prototype takes the flag now. 10 to go, starting the race here at Road Scrapton. Turn 1, very interesting turn. People do go wide, and up the inside attempts Oswald. Oswald takes that move, gets past Mateo, getting themselves into second place, taking that position almost immediately. In the back pack, I see 3 wide with Jitter from Motorsports, Fiery Dragon, and Kane, and that makes them almost spin out there. A little bit of a squirrely, dangerous, nervous moment there for, I believe that was Jitter from Motorsports. But in the front, though, Mateo makes an aggressive move on both Prototype 01 and Oswald to get themselves into the lead temporarily, but Oswald will have the inside into turn 7. In the backpack, we can see a charging Super Fury using their way to charge herself up the gap between both Comic Along Car Name and Dirty Drafter there. And actually, looking up front, it's Kaufmobile, kind of out of nowhere, but also expected. Kaufmobile, a very fast racer, as well as your season leader right now, Torquemaster, next to them. Sorry, Comic Along Car Name, or not, sorry, I say that. Kaufmobile, I believe, is in second place, close to Torquemaster, not your season leader. Excuse my misspoke there. And going out wide, getting pushed out wide, I believe, by both Prototype and Mateo, goes Torquemaster and Kaufmobile. Spinning out goes Bill Gate, but they recover. A very good recovery from them, actually. And they've filed themselves into this massive 3x3 by 2x2 nearly, now 4x3 line here in the back of the pack, all within 2.5 seconds of the leader. All 16 cars, an entire lap still within 2 seconds of the leader, or 3 seconds of the leader, is incredible here at Scrap Mechanic Auto Racers. New generation of AI, all here, doing very well and fighting each other very aggressively, but somewhat cleanly so far. We haven't seen any major incidents except for a few, and here comes one, though. Oswald getting spun out by Lambo, smashing right into the wall, taking Super Fury with them. Will we see them recover? Will we see anything happen? Will they work? And it looks like they do recover, albeit a little bit slowly. They will have time to catch up with the rest of the pack, and they will be using each other's slipstream to make themselves move a little bit faster. Up front, though, that puts Jitter from Motorsports, Kane, Dirty Drafter, and Kaufmobile into your top 4 for now, still, all within a half a second of each other. And 3 wide going to turn 10 now into the back straight, going into the, I believe this is the, we can call it the keyhole, or we can call it the hairpin turn of turn 11. Everybody gets bunched up, as you can see, moving up the inside. A massive charge from Lambo. What was that? Very uncharacteristic there. They should have been able to slow down, but Lambo has a massive charge and files themselves in right behind Nether Racing, who filed themselves in behind Kane for the lead. Oh my goodness. And there goes Fiery Dragon hitting the wall a little bit there. And oh, Dirty Drafter gets spun out by Lambo and gets hit again by Oh, and Lambo gets spun out by, was that Torquemaster or Comic Along Car Name? I don't know if that was for retribution, revenge, avenging, or something, but Dirty Drafter just got done dirty there. However, in front, that puts Bill Gate, a very aggressive and fast racer, kind of a newcomer of this season, doing well, putting themselves into the top 3. Following them, though, it's close behind of Kaufmobile, and that is Fiery Dragon, actually, the only racer so far with 0 points this season. I can see their fire in their eyes. They are charging their way up, using their momentum to move themselves into at least the points, and definitely going for the win. I'm excited to see where they end up. It looks like a best lap has been put down by Lambo of a 124.121. It seems this kerfluffles and shuffling of all the cars has not allowed anyone to have clean air to have their fastest racing line around the track yet, but we are excited to see how that turns out, especially with the cars in the back of Super Fury and Oswald. There goes Torquemaster, though, on the outside, coming into this hairpin, braking very late, trying to get this break into the hairpin, but has to slow down a little bit more and nearly gets taken out by Bill Gate there, but doesn't. But who does get a good launch is Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight going over 125 miles an hour into turn 12 and 13. Has a very good exit after turn 11, but gets immediately swallowed up by the rest of the pack. The slipstream effect and handicap effect is pretty strong in this league, but we have turned it down a little bit to reduce lag purposes. 4 wide for third place goes Lazy Knight, Jitterful, Fiery Dragon, and Coffmobile. Very incredible move from them, but they actually do a turn 1 and turn 2 quite cleanly. I'm impressed. Very impressed with the AI there. I don't know who coded it, but they did pretty good. Fiery Dragon now moving their way up into front now. Actually, I say that, but they get passed by Bill Gate there, but still keeping their way up there, trying not to lose their will, not to lose their fire or their passion. That you can see that they're racing very hard here to get points from this race at race 4. Torquemaster, though, the points leader by 1 point in this race, does not want to give up any of that positions. They are not going to get complacent. They're not going to try to say, okay, I'm winning so far, it's okay if I don't win. They want to keep on winning. They already have 2 podiums as it stands. They're going for a 3rd at least. Maybe even 2 wins would be great for them. However, Bill Gate does have something to say to that. They got done dirty in the last race and are trying to make a name for themselves here. And speaking of making a name for themselves, was that Fiery Dragon out of nowhere? It seemed like there seemed to be some sort of I don't know, optical illusion where I just couldn't see them behind all the other cars that I was focusing on. But into the hairpin, it's getting very laggy, as I've mentioned before, that these cars racing close together. Fiery Dragon spins out Torquemaster. Oh my goodness, Torquemaster does not like that at all. But very fair move on Fiery Dragon there to try to get a a little bit of momentum, maybe even take someone out the competition that could threaten their podium points or really any points at all. Oh, we're looking on board now with that's Gunoff and Coffmobile side by side. Very similar looking cars, but beautiful, slightly different. Very beautiful cars though. Incredible designs by JJ Plays here. You can really see the work that he put into these cars, and the adaptment to the stock league has been well received, very well received. We are looking at the mid pack right now. I believe we are looking at the pole qualifier prototype 01 and seeing where they stand. It looks like they have fallen down into 9th place, getting passed by Lazy Knight, who has qualified in 15th. Wow. That's unfortunate for them. Let's see if they move back. It looks like they are, but in the front, it's a big line and probably a spin out for Mateo here. Mateo qualifying second, was in second, and is now getting spun out by an aggressive Bill Gates. Oh, but they get saved by, I believe that was Coffmobile there, saving the spin out. Actually, I lied. Commentator's Curse puts Mateo off the track. Going to have to adjust to try to make themselves at least not fall down too far. And that's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide in the back there. Wait a minute. There is no way that the cars have gone 6 wide into turn 10 and are letting it stick. That's where all this lag is coming from. All these cars going 6 wide is insane, but they didn't falter and actually didn't crash. I'm very impressed. Very impressed actually. Anyways, up in front, that is Gunoff. Snuck their way up into the lead amidst all that confusion and kerfluffles and shuffles, followed closely by Nether Racing. Lambo, actually. Lambo is the 16th place qualifier, has moved their way up into the top 5. And there's Fiery Dragon. Fiery Dragon doing an excellent job at staying safe, staying steady, and consistent through their laps, actually doing really well there. Getting themselves on the inside of turn 1, actually, here with 5 to go, getting themselves into the lead. But Bill Gate, seemingly out of nowhere, comes and has something to say about it. Let's see who he tries to murder this time. It looks like nobody, because he goes into turn 3 really smoothly and gets up into the lead, taking that position away from Fiery Dragon. But Nether Racing and Fiery Dragon has something to say about it. 3 wide they go into turn 5 and 6, and Nether Racing will take the better advantage. But on the sweeping left turn of turn 7, if Bill Gate has the advantage, and then turn 8 definitely has the advantage, putting themselves back into the lead. 3 wide for second place, though. It's Lambo, Fiery Dragon, and Nether Racing. Very impressive race so far from all of these racers. There is Torquemaster there, sandwiched between the 2 black and white cars of Gunoff and Coffmobile. Going into turn 10, a little bit of a lag there. It seems like everybody is being sandwiched. It's 4 wide, actually, with Fiery Dragon, Bill Gate, Torquemaster, and Coffmobile. Lambo going a little bit slow into this hairpin, getting absolutely I'd say smashed from the back from the rest of the field, getting pushed out wide onto that embankment there and getting stuck against the wall. Oh my goodness, you hate to see it. We're going to have to maybe zoom out to see how they recover. It looks like they did actually recover somewhat decently. Torquemaster and Lambo going down into 10th and 11th and 12th place, actually, when Coffmobile, Comic Long Carnage was caught up in there somewhere. Anyways, wait a minute. What is this? Dirty Drafter, the person who got done dirty earlier, is here back into the lead fighting with Bill Gate. How am I missing all of these comebacks? This is incredible. Very good moves from that is Dirty Drafter to get themselves back in the lead after dropping back earlier in the race. That's also Prototype 01, the pole qualifier, made themselves back into the lead of this race. Fiery Dragon, though, has not given up, has stayed consistently in the top 5, top 10 this entire time, and is really going for that top 3 position. It looks like something happened to Jitterful back there. We did not see it, or if we did, I missed it, and they are now in the back by over 12 seconds. We will see if they have time or if there is a caution flag that lets them catch up, but for now, let's keep our eyes on the leaders, and those leaders are currently Dirty Drafter, Gunoff, Prototype 01, Torquemaster, Mateo, Bill Gate, Lazy Knight, Nether Racing, and Fiery Dragon. Those are your top 9, and then top 10 will be Kane trying to catch that up. Into the hairpin, very slow, very laggy, but very impressive as Bill Gate takes the inside run. Will have a good exit and going into turn 12, but it looks like Dirty Drafter does have something to say about it. Will they get revenge? Will they try to fight them off? And it looks like they will fight them off. Dirty Drafter, having a very good acceleration out of turn 11, will take the inside into turn 12 and turn 13, putting them into the lead. But will anyone try to go inside? No. Everyone has too much speed except for Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight takes a very excellent line up the inside, slowing down slightly to get a better control through that corner, and will put themselves into 3rd place from that incredible move. What is going on there? This is like a staggered pattern going to turn 1 with 5 different cars trying their best to get themselves into the top 3, but the packs are not forming here. There are no longer packs of cars forming except for the one car in the back, unfortunate for Jitterful, but holy crap, what a move by Fiery Dragon there, getting into the front of Nether Racing and Lazy Knight and Oswald, but Lazy Knight makes another move there to try to get in front of everybody else, and a spin for Coffmobile. I believe they're getting in front of Lambo. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Did we just see someone get launched over the fence? I believe we might have just seen Oswald get launched over the fence. No, not Oswald. That was Lambo and Nether Racer get launched over the fence. Oh my goodness. We might have to increase the height of that fence for the next race, but 3 to go. We might have to go into caution flag, but it seems like race control says let it play. Oh my goodness. Lambo, who actually has the fastest lap of the race with a 1:18.973, is shafted there at the end. And nearly spinning out at the front, though, it is Dirty Drafter going through that hairpin, nearly getting spun out with Torquemaster, but they do recover pretty well. Fiery Dragon, though, a surprise but a welcome one, stays in the lead actually, but gets hawked down by Torquemaster and Lazy Knight. Don't know what happened there, if he was just caught out in the dirty air and everyone else was able to use the slipstream of each other to catch up quickly into turn 12 and 13, but they do make it work. Fiery Dragon, though, not giving up, staying on the inside here at turn 1, trying to get on the inside of Gunoff there, and I believe will into turn 2. Turn 3 is where they can make their move, and they will make their move. Made their nose up there and makes it stick. Lazy Knight trying to follow their way through, trying to catch up. Actually, not Lazy Knight, pardon me. Oh no, that was Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight does catch up, but gets put on the outside here. Torquemaster, though, on the inside, makes their way into 1st place with 2 to go. Very impressive move, incredible moves from all these cars, but it looks like the drama and aggressiveness is not stopping. Torquemaster nearly getting spun by Gunoff there, and Fiery Dragon, Lazy Knight trying to stay clean. Fiery Dragon also staying clean, but not for long. So we see 3 wide here, but in the back behind them. Who is going to make a move? And everyone, I think, is keeping an eye on their rear view mirror for Bill Gate, who have we seen has been one of the most aggressive racers so far. But Fiery Dragon, or not, sorry, that was Dirty Drafter, just proved everybody wrong. What in the world there? Lazy Knight, Oswald, a comic along car name, Bill Gate, and everybody else takes a horrible spin and spill there in the back going before they even reach turn 11. And that puts them in the back with 2 to go. We are coming up on the final lap, and that's going to have Gunoff in the lead so far. Gunoff, Torquemaster, Fiery Dragon, Dirty Drafter, Prototype getting almost sideways and up on top of Kane, and just a Kerfluffle and Bill Gate there as well. Final lap. Torquemaster leads the final lap going to turn 1. Everyone is getting aggressive here. Fiery Dragon not giving up. Coffmobile also not giving up, nearly spinning out on the inside curb there. Dirty Drafter trying to take the inside of turn 2, going to turn 3 to get in front of Torquemaster. Torquemaster does not defend, chooses to go on the inside of turn 6 and 7. Around here, it is a very, very important thing to do, or excuse me, turn 5 and 6. Very important to stay on the inside here in these sort of tracks with the long sweeping corners and then following up by tight corners. And Torquemaster and Fiery Dragon seem to be only executing those the best. Will we see anything change though, with Dirty Drafter making their way up into the lead, trying their best to fight off everyone else? And when I say everyone else, I mean like 6 to 7 to 8 other cars from this league racing their hearts out. Speaking of racing their hearts out though, Fiery Dragon, look at them, very impressive, staying top 5 this entire race nearly, or consistently for this entire race to keep themselves in the points. We are hoping they finish well, but coming up to turn 11, we will see where they come out. Whoever comes out here will most likely get the race, and it seems like Dirty Drafter has the most open air, but Fiery Dragon has the most inside line. Fiery Dragon pushing Dirty Drafter, everyone else getting pushed wide. Only Dirty Drafter and Fiery Dragon have a clean line here. It looks like Gunoff does too. Everyone into the wall because they couldn't make it work. They were getting pushed from people behind them. Can you believe it? Dirty Drafter will take it. Fiery Dragon gets shuffled down into 4th place. We'll have to fight off Mateo if he doesn't want to get 5th. Fiery Dragon staying on the inside, gets hit by Gunoff, who slowed down. Torquemaster coming out of nowhere, gets hit on the line. Who's going to take it? It could be Lazy Knight. It's Lazy Knight and Dirty Drafter. Oh my goodness, what an incredible finish there from everyone. Fiery Dragon does get a solid 5th place there. Unfortunate, but it was a great fight for points there at the end. I believe Lazy Knight did take the win, and we are waiting for the rest of the cars to come up. Looking at the official race finishes, it is Lazy Knight who will be your winner for this race. Dirty Drafter following up by 0.167 seconds. Gunoff in 3rd. Torquemaster down in 4th. Fiery Dragon up into 5th. Mateo, your 2nd place pole qualifier, into 6th. Coffmobile into 7th. Bill Gate into 8th. Comic Along Car Name into 9th. And Super Fury into 10th. Fastest lap goes to Lambo for this race with a 1:18.973. And it looks like your pole qualifier Prototype 01 got absolutely shafted in the end there and will finish in 16th. Super unfortunate for them. That concludes the A-League races for here at Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League's Road Scrapton. Race 4 of the league of of League A, and we will be going on to the B League very soon next. At the end of the race, the season as it stands is Torquemaster with 60 points, with a commanding lead above Oswald, who has jumped up to 47 points. Lazy Knight, actually Oswald has not jumped any points, sticking with the 47, but still continues their place in 2nd place. Lazy Knight with 39 points, tied with Coffmobile, also with 39 points. Dirty Drafter now with 37. A comically long car name 35, Gunoff 33, Jitterful 24, Mateo 23, Bill Gate with 18. That is your top 10. Fiery Dragon had a jump of 10 points up to 13th place now into the season, and Prototype, with their unfortunate fall at the end of this race, they are now in 16th with only 3 points. I'm excited to see what comes next. We will be having more updates, and hopefully the Scrap Mechanic updates will bring some more activity and throughput as well. But until then, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, or evening, and I will see you next time.